Well, that wasn't good. Welcome back, everyone. This is Xade, and welcome back to me too. It's been a little while. How is everybody? Good? Wonderful? Awesome? Me too. I almost just hit the stop recording button instead of the camera angle change button for the second time. Totally didn't do that the first take. Anyway, I'm back. Maybe. We'll get into that. So, a moment ago I mentioned something wasn't good. What did I do? What could I have possibly done not doing anything for a year and a half? Well, you see, when I decided to start some Minecraft again, which we'll also get into in a moment, I saw there were some snapshots out. We all love snapshots. I popped up a snapshot, I loaded up this world. It encouraged me very strongly to back things up, and I didn't because I told myself, I back this world up all the time. There's nothing to worry about. So I loaded up the world, and it crashed. And I went, oh well, and I went to relog in, and the game didn't even appear on my game screen anymore. And so I said, no worries, I'll just use my last backup. But as it turns out, my last backup was right before my last video. So about a year and a half ago, we fought a wither in our golden armor and our cobblestone armor, if I recall correctly. We killed the wither, and we got our wither star, and I hadn't actually played in this world since. In fact, I hadn't actually played Minecraft since until a week ago, 2 weeks ago, might have been 2 weeks ago. And I kind of hopped in and just started messing around in a single player world, deciding how much I wanted to play, did I want to do YouTube again, variety of other things, and here we are. But I lost that wither fight, so that technically never happened in this world. But because I was still just messing around, didn't know what I wanted to do just yet, I just sort of went over and I re-killed the wither in just my normal diamond wonderfulness. And so yeah, so it's we're back where we were, kind of. I made a couple little updates. I've done a lot of trading. I've got like a pile of wonderful emeralds. I've just been over here. Are you serious? One trade. He is going to make me toss these carrots on the ground. Haha, there they go. Whatever, it was 4 carrots. Anyway, I've been repairing my tools. I found that actually trading with villagers, I don't know if this is different than before or not, but just trading and holding whatever items with mending need to be repaired, you can repair things quite rapidly. He didn't update there. So we're still abusing villagers. I mean, wonderfully trading with our villager friends, of course, and just repairing tools that way. You can see I'm also level 52 right now. I really should be enchanting some stuff, but I was just kind of making some little adjustments to things. If you recall back, or if you check back in some videos, there used to be a wall right here. I decided it was super annoying to walk around every single time. So I tore this wall out and just kind of made it a more open storage room. And I also, right over here, this corner of our base was unfinished right here. There was just lava. And I kind of just, the cave went right through this corner. So I have it split on the right. I have just been farming any obsidian I need from here, and I converted the other side into my lava pit, which this lava used to come up to like right, I want to say like right here, and it's yeah, we farmed a lot of lava for our furnaces, but this is just my furnace supply. I just come down here with buckets and grab the lava and bring it over to the furnace array whenever I need it. So I finished this corner off, and I just for now have these little openings to get in there. I'll have to fancy them up depending on how permanent they are. And The only other thing I've done is in the nether, so we'll just sort of peek in there and maybe slap a wither skeleton or two while we chat for a minute here. Wow. Thanks. That was super loud in my headphones. I don't know how it will be for you. Hopefully not too bad. So where have I been? It's been a year and a half. What happened? First, I actually, not only did I stop... I don't have my bow out. One moment, please, Mr. Gas. Ow. What? I'm a little out of practice on the farming. Holy shnikes. What? Wow. I haven't shot a bow for a year and a half. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to repair the ground a bit. Flip it to my sword because I have not forgotten that you could still change to your sword while you shoot a bow and get the effects of looting. I haven't completely forgotten how to play. Anywho, when I stopped YouTubing, it wasn't that I just simply stopped YouTubing. I actually, wow, I forgot they added a lot of new sounds. That sounded really trippy. I have to repair this walkway now. What a shame. Yeah. I didn't just quit YouTube. I actually quit games altogether, and it wasn't like a conscious choice. Wow, I can't even hop anymore because this soul sand. It wasn't a conscious choice. It wasn't just something I sat around and went, yeah, I'm not gonna game anymore or whatever. It was just time. I just didn't have the time for pretty much anything. As mentioned, not so much my very, very last video, we just kind of fought a wither, but the video before that, I talked about a few things. One was that my son was born. He's a little over a year and a half old now. He's doing wonderful, and he's currently asleep in the other room. I'm recording this like 4 a.m. Just got home from work a little while ago. And so I've still got the family stuff going on. I was spending a lot of time with him as he was getting older and stuff, but he's getting older to the point now where he's a little bit independent. He'll sleep through the night and various things like that. So I do have a little bit of personal time just for me later at night. And so I do have some time to game again. And I had just been using that time, honestly, for things like Netflix, mostly Netflix. Yeah, let's be honest. Lots of stuff there. That's been mostly it. I've just derping around. I created this walkway over to where we will eventually create a wither skeleton farming ground. I don't know if we'll go all the way to a farm or not. We'll see. Probably eventually, I guess, but yeah. I just marked the walkway so I don't have to think about it. But I've been getting the itch to play games again a little bit, and so I just decided, hey, let's hop on Minecraft. I created a brand new single player world and just sort of screwed around a little. Got as far as making a little starter hut. What else did I do? I honestly, I just played until I got to the point where I had an enchanting table. I almost shot that zombie. Whoops. And then I just kind of was like, I don't want to waste all the time in this random world doing nothing if I want to do YouTube again. And so I thought about it for a bit, and I decided probably the best thing for me to do right now is to come back into this world and possibly try continuing the old single player series, just because it's not investing time in anything new. If things don't work out, which I'll get into in a second, I can still mess around in this world a little bit by myself. My wife can even join me and we can just mess around. It doesn't have to be a real thing, so it seemed like the best place to put my time. So that's why I'm in this world. Will I join a server again? I don't know. We'll see what happens. The reason I'm being a little vague with that is, I'll be honest with you right now, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to YouTube again and how much time I'm going to want to invest in that. And so just playing it by ear. We're just playing it by ear right now, seeing how it goes. basically put out the little teaser video the other day just to get, honestly, that was more to get my recording software all reinstalled and making sure everything was working and stuff along those lines. And everything is good there. But it's just sort of, with the amount of time I have, obviously there's only so many hours in a day. So many hours of those have to be spent sleeping, although I definitely don't do enough of that anyway. And some of that has to be work. I do still work a lot of hours. I'm in the same job that I mentioned in the second to last video I put out. I talked about, I think it was in the second to last video I put out. I was kind of glancing through them earlier. I mentioned that I had gotten a promotion at work. I still have that same job. It's wonderful. I love it. And I think I mentioned that it had future possibilities of moving up. I still have those. Some of the more immediate ones involve switching, not companies, but I work for a franchise. And a lot of the opportunities that I now have to myself would be actually jumping into the corporate side of things and possibly also moving. And I'm not 100% sure I want to do that. I work for a really awesome guy. I have one boss who's directly above me, and then our owner is above him, and they're both super cool to work for, and it pays really good. I like the work, so I'm not really in any hurry to jump into anything else and move and potentially work for somebody else and stuff like that, even though it is with the same technical company. So right now we're just kind of seeing how things go, but I'm really enjoying it. Pays well, pays the bills. My wife was able to quit her job. She does do a little volunteer work. Well, I guess it's not volunteer work. She works with a non-profit organization, though she does get paid a little bit of money. It's not a whole lot. That's a nice hole. I want that random block. Sucker. Where am I hearing? Oh, he must be above me. Anyway, for the record, all I'm doing right now, there's just clearing out space to eventually make at least some wither skeleton platforms. There is a double crossroads right here, and there is a double crossroads right there. So I'm just working on clearing out those areas. Anyway, so the job is good that I mentioned there. Everything's going wonderful. It has some potential more promotions and things like that as our franchise grows. So we'll just sort of see where that goes, but I'm loving it right now. But it does take up time as well, and then, you know, whatever's left over after sleep and work is my leisure time. And of course I spend some of that with family. And so I only have so much extra time beyond that to do whatever I want. And part of that, you know, like I said, I've mostly just been binging Netflix, and that's great and all, but I've been really getting the itch to play video games again, because in that amount of time I played a little bit of Hearthstone for the first 3 or 4 months that I wasn't doing YouTube and stuff like that. I did play a little bit of Hearthstone and off, not super seriously, just a little fun here and there, but that was it. And ever since then, probably for the last year or so, I really have barely touched video games at all. And I do miss it. It's always been something, you know, for years and years I've been a big gamer, and so I wanted to, the itch is there. It's back, and so I started messing around with Minecraft, just as a way to say, hey, do I have the time for this? Do I want this to be basically, do I want this to be in my life more? Ooh, there's a zombie standing right in the middle of that crowd. I don't know if I'm wonder if I can just draw them out. Do I want my leisure time to be more video games and less Netflix? And so I just started derping around a little, and I kind of decided, yeah, I think at least right now, don't move zombie. At least right now, yes, man, that guy's like on top of the zombie. So yeah, then it was like I'm derping around in a single player world. And the issue with single player, and for me at least, I'm sure it's not like that for everybody, is that it gets a little boring after a bit by yourself. I've always enjoyed multiplayer stuff more than single player. It's fun to play with other people, and so in Minecraft, with that, of course, I have the option of jumping on some type of a server, whether YouTube related or not, that possibility is there. And the other option is YouTube. YouTube allows me to sort of play with other people, even though I'm not technically playing with other people, by still interacting with people with what I'm doing, by showing off the stuff I'm doing, talking to you guys while I do it, getting feedback from you guys in the comments and stuff like that. And that really makes it actually super enjoyable. So what I figured I would do, and the reason I mentioned earlier in the video, if things work out, basically what I mean is if I can continue to find the time to do so, which I think I can, but I make no promises currently. I'm not going to promise like one video a week, 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week. I'm just going to, whatever works. And we'll just sort of wing it and see what happens. I don't know if I will pick up any other games or not. This isn't, for me, it's not about growing a channel. It's not about becoming huge and famous. It's not about making money. It's literally just I want to have fun, and Minecraft is fun, and YouTube with Minecraft is fun, and maybe it'll include other games and maybe it won't. Maybe I'll stream a little on the side, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Honestly, personally, I'm less into streaming. I know a lot of people really love it, but for me and the way my spare time works, streaming just doesn't work out super well for me, and so it's probably highly unlikely. So what I'm basically saying is, hopefully I am back, and that's why my last video it did say I'm back ? It's a trial, but I think it's gonna work. We'll see what I do. We'll see how I feel. If it becomes too much work, it is not my top priority. Family is my top priority. Work has to be my second priority for the most part, and this is just sort of a pastime. So hopefully it'll work out. Fun so far, but we're just getting back into things, so we will see. We'll see. I mentioned streaming also because I have noticed a lot of people are switching over to streaming, and that includes a lot of the people that I used to be involved with on YouTube, whether they were just sort of friends or server mates or people I collab with or any of that kind of stuff. A lot of them have completely switched to streaming. I've also noticed in my absence there are a number of larger YouTubers, specifically in the gaming community, who have completely switched to streaming. For example, one of the people I've always enjoyed watching that I'm sure many of you know is B00, who completely gave up on YouTube. It sounds like, he keeps saying it's, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. I haven't watched a lot of his streams to know what his current attitude is, but it's a money thing. YouTube doesn't seem to be treating YouTubers very well as far as the finance goes. I actually just got news, as many other small YouTubers did, that my channel will no longer be able to, wow, I don't know what that random lag spike was about. My channel won't be able to monetize anymore starting in a little less than a month if I don't gain, in my case I just have to gain 12 subscribers by then, so I don't know, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I do have the actual allotted watch time. I have 2 videos on my channel that are performing quite well, even though I haven't been around for a year and a half, and that's my villager breeder / iron golem combination and my video of ants fighting in my backyard. Actually, those 2 videos are getting all the watch time I need to meet the requirements. But what would that even mean for me? Am I worried about losing monetization? No, I'm not, personally, and the reason is, like I said, my career is paying quite well. Financially, I'm doing just fine, and I don't need YouTube to become of anything. I know a lot of small YouTubers who say, I'm not in this for the money. I'm just doing it for fun, and I'm sure a lot of them mean it, but I know a lot of them would love for YouTube to become their job. And I'm sure it would be cool, and I obviously wouldn't mind extra money on the side, but becoming my job isn't a concern for me anymore. I just don't need it. And even the monetization that I have now, even with the watch time that I have, which I am fully aware is much higher than most people at my channel size, what does that mean for me? That means I am going to miss out if I don't hit the requirements in time. I'm going to miss out on a whole $5 a month. So I can eat one less time at Taco Bell per month, which, as devastating as that will be, I think I can handle it. Not a big deal. It's holy loud nether portal again. Wow. Shh. That's enough. Shh. Quiet. Okay. calm down, nether portal. Yeah, it's whatever. It's not a thing that's going to affect me personally. If all this YouTubing that I'm now going to do, oops, missed the chest, is going to completely be. To my channel, I'll sort that later. It's for fun. I'm just messing around. I'm having a good time. If I get money from it, obviously that's cool. I'm not going to refuse it or anything, but I'm also not like, I really need this to make money. I can't believe they're taking away my ability to make money. That's fine. It's whatever. But for my fellow YouTubing friends, I think it's, on one hand, I see it's really a stupid idea on YouTube's part. On the other hand, back in the day, these people of this size would have never been able to monetize in the first place, and so it's kind of one of those, they gave us something and now they're taking it away, which is, it's kind of one of those, hey, no take backs, YouTube, what are you doing? But I think what they're attempting to do is counter all the larger YouTubers are having so many issues with monetization that if YouTube removes the ability to monetize all the small channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers and hardly any watch time, then they only have to police the content that is actually really getting traffic. And I think they're hoping that by doing that, they can solve some of the advertising problems by focusing a little better just on the really bigger channels or the mid-sized channels and not worry about all the brand new people that are doing who knows what. And maybe they can categorize things better or what. That's my guess. Maybe my guess is completely wrong. Maybe they're just jerks. I have no idea. But it's a silly thing because I think it's, once you give somebody something, it's hard to take it back. I think it'd be smarter just to say, hey, new channels can't do this and change the requirements there. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But as I said, personally, that doesn't bother me directly, just because if I can't monetize my videos, I can't monetize my videos. It's fine. Yeah. But to recap, if you're skipping ahead to the end of the video, I am back, I think. If things work out, if I can find the time, if I continue to enjoy it, and you guys continue to enjoy watching, then I'll stick around and we'll make this work. And to fully recap, I'm still in the same job. Things are great. Things are wonderful. The kid's still fine. He's wonderful. Family is growing. And yeah. That's it. I honestly don't want to promise direction. I'm not going to say what we're going to do in the next video because I have no idea. I don't know. We do have the idea of working on a guardian farm, which is still an in-progress thing. I have a partially in-progress blaze farm area. I have an in-progress wither skeleton farm area. I had some other couple ideas written down over here, right there, that are just random stuff. We've still got villagers. We never fully created our trading hall. I do have some good stuff in here, but not everything that we want. I mean, they did provide me with all this wonderful armor. I just made this sword. Since that's new, that's new. And all of these are literally just stuff that I just trade with the villagers. I get everything I need and some enchanting. A little bit of an enchanting with books using the levels that I get from trading with the villagers, and then trading with the villagers themselves gets me almost everything I need. That a few select diamonds and I have, you know, all this amazing stuff with mending that fully repairs itself while I trade with the villagers. So these guys are totally sustaining me right now. I'm eating bread. Maybe you saw that. That's from this villager right here. He's my farmer. If he ever locks his carrot and potato trade, if I have the wheat laying around, I'll trade the wheat. Otherwise, I just literally buy one trade of bread from him, close the window, buy a trade of bread over and over until he decides to unlock himself. So that's why I'm just eating the bread now. So he's feeding me, he's clothing me, he's equipping me, he's giving me all these emerald blocks that we could build something out of. And yeah, I did put the beacon here. Maybe you saw the beam. That's the other thing I'll mention. I have it set up that I can put 4 beacons here. So once we have enough wither skulls, I did get one. I have one other wither skull. We'll put 4 there and have a bunch of buffs here, and then I don't know. But yeah, hopefully I'll have another video out for you guys soon. It's good to talk to you all again. That's gonna be it for today. Leave me some love in the comment section and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.